5 observations headed into today's game. Let's talk about it. Number 1, Jamar Chase only had 2 catches, 26 yards last week. The 4 previous times in his career where he had 2 or fewer grabs in a game, he averaged 6.3 catches for 100 yards the following week. And no, he's not returning punts. Yes, he was. I don't know why they have him on as a punt returner in practice. He's like the emergency punt returner or something. But they had him and somebody else, and I'm just like, bro, let's not mess around with anything like that. Special teams is kicking punt returns to the one position that can always cause major injury. We can't afford any of that crap, so let's just be smart with that. But yeah, no, I full-heartedly believe that he will have himself a absolute record-setting game, especially because this is the same concept for a lot of receivers, not just Jamar Chase. A.J. Brown, whenever he does awful, he'll always follow it up by having a record-setting game. So it's kind of just that, hey, wow, last week was not my week. I'm going to make sure that this week is my week. And normally the quarterback, whoever the quarterback is, they're going to make sure that it is that, player's week. They're going to get targeted more than they might already be targeted because the fact that they had a bad week. But I'm expecting Jamar Chase to really do good. Number 2, after holding Cleveland to 49 rushing yards, the Bengals need to slow down the Jags rushing attack that had 200 yards last week. If you don't stop the run, they keep running the ball to TJ Slayton. It's not like, oh yeah, we got 150, let's pass the ball now. It's also game flow, how the game's going. So if you're up by a good way to avoid your opponent from running the football, score touchdowns. If you're up 21-3 at halftime, guess what they're probably not going to do in the second half? Run the football. Because that's idiotic. At some point, you're just going to be wasting too much time, and you're going to run out of time to try to win the game. So the more you can score, the better it is. That's really how you shut down the run game. Can't run the ball when you're down by 3 touchdowns. So that's also a factor, but he's also correct that, there is a mentality of if it isn't broke, don't fix it. And that's kind of like the mentality for everything in life, and especially in football. Number 3, with his 7-foot wingspan, Shamar Stewart will likely bat down many passes this year. His PFF's 7th highest grade edge in week 1. I think he has an exceptional amount of talent, said Trey Hendrickson. Trey, by the way, tied for the first in quarterback pressures in week 1 with 8. Nice. Number 4, follow rookie Demetrius Knight also had a stellar debut. He tied for the first in the NFL in solo tackles in week 1 with 8. He's trying to feed his family, said Zach Taylor. That's the play style you see when he's out there. Love Demetrius Knight so freaking much. Dalton moves into the starting lineup at right guard. He only allowed 1 pressure in 24 snaps despite only having 2 padded practices in January. I thought it was the most stunning display of football professionalism that I've ever seen, Ted said again. Yeah, I mean, this is why, again, we wanted him so much earlier than we got him, because we wanted him to be able to go out there and actually, get ready and be able to be ready for week 1, right? But at the end of the day, we won. And, at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know. I'm kind of having this mentality where it's like, oh, man, that was a close game. And I know everyone loves to trash us for that Browns game. But we won. So it's like, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day how we won or what, ended up happening. All that matters is we won the game. So, you can make a million different excuses of why the Bengals should have lost that game. And in the past, they might have found a way to lose that game. Not this time, though. So, a win is a win, man. I will be live today at 1 o'clock for the game versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, we're going to be going crazy today. As always, I probably won't have my voice tomorrow. So, next week will probably be 0 voices. My voice will be shot. So, just keep that in mind. If you miss the live stream and you're like, wait, what happened to Ryan? Ryan probably just lost his voice, and yeah. And if you get on the local news, local Dayton kid, guy, grown man, poopa, lost his voice, that's me. That's me, baby. Anyway, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next one.